Argentina, a land of vast pampas, fiery tango, passionate football, and perhaps above all else, unforgettable food. This is a country where meals are not just eaten, but celebrated, where every bite carries the essence of tradition, migration, and identity. Today, we're exploring the top 10 most popular foods in Argentina. At number 10, empanadas. Golden, handheld pastries filled with beef, chicken, cheese, or vegetables, seasoned with spices and folded into delicate crescents. Every province has its own version. Some baked, some fried, and each one tells a story of regional pride and local flavor. Number 2 brings us Argentina's ultimate street food. A crusty bread roll filled with grilled chorizo sausage, slathered with chimichurri sauce, found at football matches, markets, and roadside stands. It's the flavor of Argentina's streets. Smoky, spicy, and utterly addictive. At number 8, we find locro, a hearty stew of corn, beans, squash, and meats, simmered slowly to perfection. Locro is more than a dish. It's a tradition. Served on national holidays like May 25th, it symbolizes unity and remembrance. A pot of history that nourishes body and spirit alike. Number 7 is provolita. Imagine a round of provolone cheese, grilled until bubbling and golden, sprinkled with oregano and drizzled with olive oil. Served as a starter before the famous Argentine Asado, provolita is proof that simplicity, when done well, is pure indulgence. At number 6, dulce de leche. Its caramel-like spread made by slowly cooking milk and sugar is beloved across Latin America. But nowhere does it have the same status as in Argentina. Spread on toast, layered into cakes, or spooned straight from the jar, it is sweetness made into memory. Number 5 is milanesa. Thin slices of beef or chicken, breaded and fried until crisp and golden. Inspired by Italian immigrants, the milanesa became a family favorite. Served with mashed potatoes, salad, or even in sandwiches called milanesa al pan. Number 4 takes us to matambra a la pizza, a uniquely Argentine invention. This dish replaces pizza dough with a thin cut of beef, grilled and then topped with tomato sauce, cheese, and herbs. It's bold, creative, and a true expression of Argentine grilling culture. Number 3 is media lunas. These sweet, crescent-shaped pastries resemble croissants, but are denser and glazed with sugar syrup. A staple at breakfast or merienda, Argentina's beloved late afternoon. Snack time. Media lunas are enjoyed with coffee and conversation, embodying the country's cafe culture. At number 2, chimichurri sauce. A vibrant mix of parsley, garlic, vinegar, olive oil, and chili flakes. While simple, it is the heart of Argentine flavor, used to dress meats at the asado and bringing freshness to the richness of grilled beef. And number 1, of course, the asado. More than barbecue, the asado is a ritual. Whole cuts of beef, ribs, sausages, and offal are grilled slowly over wood or charcoal, watched over by the asador. The grill master, families and friends gather around sharing stories, laughter, and wine, while the aroma of smoke and meat fills the air. The asado is not just Argentina's most popular food. It is its beating heart. But to understand Argentina's cuisine, you must understand its history. The story begins with the indigenous peoples who lived off maize, potatoes, squash, and wild game long before Europeans arrived. With Spanish colonization came wheat, cattle, and wine. By the 19th century, waves of Italian and Spanish immigrants reshaped the table once again, introducing pasta, pizza, and pastries that are now deeply embedded in Argentine identity. German, French, and Middle Eastern communities also added their touches, enriching the mix further. And then there is beef. The Pampas, Argentina's fertile grasslands, gave rise to vast cattle ranches that made the nation one of the world's leading beef producers. By the 1800s, beef was no longer just food. It was culture, economy, and even politics. The gaucho, Argentina's legendary cowboy, became a national symbol, his life defined by cattle, horseback riding, and the asado fire. Food in Argentina is not just about taste, it is about belonging. It is about empanadas shared at festivals, devoured at football games, dulce de leche spread on bread during childhood, and asados that last for hours, uniting families across generations. Every dish is a story of resilience, migration, and celebration. And maybe that's why Argentine food captivates the world. Because in each bite, you don't just taste flavor, you taste history, identity, and passion. The asado fire is not just cooking meat. It is keeping alive the memory of gauchos, immigrants, and ancestors who built a nation around food, family, and tradition. And yet, perhaps what makes Argentine food truly extraordinary is not just the variety of flavors or the richness of its history, but the way it elevates something as simple as eating into an art form. In Argentina, a meal is never just fuel. It is a performance, a ritual, a statement of identity. The asado fire burns slowly, just as it has for centuries, bringing together families under open skies, with conversations that last long after the last cut of beef has been served. Empanadas passed around at festivals echo the resilience of generations. Dulce de leche spooned onto bread, tastes of childhood comfort, proof that sweetness can be both humble and eternal. And a glass of Malbec, raised in a toast, connects the drinker to Mendoza's sunlit vineyards and the dreams of immigrants who carved a life from the land. For the wealthy traveler who comes to Argentina in search of luxury, the experience is not found in gold-plated dining rooms or sterile perfection. It is in the crackle of firewood, the scent of grilled meat drifting across the pampas, the warmth of hands breaking bread together. True indulgence here lies, not in exclusivity, but in authenticity, in savoring a cuisine that has never lost its soul. Argentina's food is, in many ways, like its tango. Passionate, dramatic, unrestrained, and unforgettable. It carries with it the rhythm of history, the voices of immigrants, the strength of gauchos, and the elegance of European tradition, all blending into something entirely its own. And maybe that is the greatest secret of all, that Argentina's cuisine, like its spirit, cannot be bought or replicated elsewhere. It can only be lived in the streets of Buenos Aires, on the pampas beneath endless skies, or in the laughter of families gathered around the asado. For those who taste it, Argentina offers more than food. It offers memory, belonging, and a fleeting moment of eternity, a luxury beyond measure. So, the next time you savor a bite of Argentina's cuisine, remember this. It is not only a meal, 'tis a dance of cultures, a symphony of flavors, and a story of a nation that has always known. Food is life,